Last week, I talked about imposter syndrome, and I started to let go of the thoughts that I had of what people think of me. I decided that this week I would start fresh. I would just dive deep into my business, working on the things that I know eventually will make me money. So on Sunday, I started working on my website. I started updating it. I started working on my cost of doing business and what I need to be charging and what my expenses are each month, just kind of determining what my hourly rate is. That's a whole nother story in and around itself. It had given me the motivation to put my head down and focus on the things that actually matter and not about the thoughts that people might have of me. With this week coming up and working on all of those things, it really has me thinking about navigating through this unconventional path. So what I mean by that is when you work a 9 to 5, you get paid from 9 to 5 with an hour lunch. You have security where you're gonna get a paycheck. You have security knowing that each day you're going to get paid for whatever you're doing. You have security in knowing how to do your job because you can fall back on someone else. Now, when you have a business of your own, you don't have that person to fall back on. You don't have the 9 to 5 hours, paycheck, all of that for everything that you're doing. So it can be hard to make sure that you're staying positive and make sure that you know that you will get a return on investment. It's hard to see when you're in the thick of it. And so I know for me, for example, I'm dealing with now new negative thoughts of not being paid, not making money, not being able to pay my bills. But I have to remember that that's what happens when you are just starting your business. There are going to be days, weeks, maybe even months where you're not getting paid. And that's what comes with, having your own business. You have to have faith and hope and motivation to keep going, because in the end, it'll all work out. Everything always works out. And I know it's hard. It's easy to say than it is to believe it. But if you start to believe that, if you start to let go of those negative thoughts, the attachment to the job security, everything will flow in. And this is a good reminder for myself. So when I go to re-watch this video or edit this video, I'm sure at that moment, I'm going to want to hear this, and it is definitely what I needed to hear. So I hope that someone out there also wants to hear it. All in all, you have to set aside those negative thoughts and you have to push through them. And if that means pushing through them by putting your head down and doing the work that you need to do, then that's what needs to happen.